A powerful and regal people are described in an ancient record as the sunsets over Africa's vast savannas. The stories tell of mighty kings and beautiful queens with dark, rich skin, assembling the stories of societal ups and downs into a massive historical tapestry. The long-standing Bible contains the secrets of these antiquated tales within its pages. Come along on a visceral cinematic journey through time with us, as we uncover tales that the rest of the world may have forgotten, but that will always remain etched in the sands of Africa. Make sure to click the notification and subscribe buttons before we dive into the main content. We have a ton of exciting content coming your way, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let's embark on this amazing journey together and uncover the past of our African and Black ancestors. The Bible claims that all living people are descended from Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah's 3 sons. This includes Black people and people with dark skin whose ancestry can be traced back to Ham, one of Noah's sons. Ham's brothers, Shem and Japheth, stand in for the Semitic peoples of Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and the like, and the Japanese peoples of Europe and Asia, respectively. The son of Noah, Ham, is identified in the Bible as the ancestor of Black and African people. His name is frequently connected to Africa, and the Book of Psalms establishes a connection between him and the ancient Egyptians. It is interesting to note that ancient Jewish and other traditions also claim that Ham is descended from Africans. The idea of Ham's children alludes to people, places, and regions in Africa. Furthermore, the meaning of the name Ham in Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient languages is burned or dark, referring to the color of his skin and hair. One can investigate the Hamitic people, or Ham's family tree, in the book of Genesis, specifically in lines 6 to 14 of chapter 10. The children of Ham are mentioned in the book: Cush, who fathered numerous Africans, and Mizraim, who fathered the ancient Egyptians. It is significant to note that Egypt is referred to as Mizrahim by Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and other groups because its founder gave it that name. Canaan, the father of the Canaanites, and Phut, also referred to as Phut, are both descended from Ham. Canaan is the name of both a place and a people group. Furthermore, a number of nations and peoples, including the Ethiopians, were descended from Cush, Ham's first son. Ethiopians and the people of Nubia, formerly referred to as the Kingdom of Cush, are notable nations and ethnic groups whose ancestry can be traced back to. It is noteworthy that the people of Samaria, who are said to have come from the ancient Babylonian people, Nimrod, Cush's disobedient son, people from South India, and populations from different parts of Africa, like the Malians, Eritreans, Kenyans, Congolese, and Vantis from Gabon, are all considered to have Cushite heritage. In the biblical context, the term Cush is often associated with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Africa, meaning Ethiopia, or black, in its original language. Moreover, Canaan and Mizrahi were also the children of Ham. Mizrahi is said to have come from ancient Egypt and many people in North Africa, including the dark-skinned Tuaregs and Berbers. Egypt is referred to as Mizraim by Semitic people like Israelites, Arabs, and Arameans. God struck the firstborn in Egypt, the first fruits of manhood, and Ham's tents, according to Psalm 78:51. Phut, or Phut, another son of Ham, was born subsequent to Mizraim. Phut refers to African clan hunters and comes from a word that means landmark. Phut is revered as the founding father of various African peoples, including the Black Libyans. Regarding the notorious curse of Ham, also known as the curse of Canaan, a lot of people have interpreted Genesis 9:20-27 incorrectly. According to the Bible, when Noah became drunk, his son Ham made fun of him to his other brothers for being naked and inebriated instead of helping him. That being said, this text is not the main focus of the story and can be read in a variety of ways. Canaan, one of Ham's sons, was cursed by Noah. Although Noah's actions might seem exaggerated, in that era disrespecting one's father was considered a serious offense, almost like a religious obligation. Despite the fact that Noah's intoxication seems to be unintentional, it comes from his discovery of grape-based wine, which has never been produced before. Because he had become drunk without realizing it, God spared him. It is important to note that numerous African and black populations consider Ham and his three other children, Cush, Mizraim, and Phut, to be their ancestors. The Bible links these people to ancient African peoples, such as the Egyptians, Ethiopians, and other African nations, through its genealogical narratives. Since these stories reflect historical and cultural context, it is crucial to approach them with an awareness of the historical and cultural background of these viewpoints. It is important to remember that there are other historical and anthropological sources available for learning about the ancestry and history of Black and African people, besides the Bible. As our understanding of the past continues to grow, academics and researchers use a wide range of disciplines, such as archaeology, linguistics, genetics, and oral traditions, to piece together the intricate history of humanity. In order to obtain a deeper knowledge of the origins, migrations, and cultural developments of Black and African people, it is imperative that we continue our research and dialogue. It is important to stress that reading the Bible to imply that African people were cursed is an enormous mistake and misinterpretation. Not all Africans, but Canaan, the grandson of Ham, is the one who was cursed in the Bible. Born before the flood, Ham is thought to be the ancestor of people in South India and Africa. He lived a very long life in comparison to most people. He was able to see his ancestors and his family in their 5th and 6th generations. Remarkably, Ham lived to be at least 600 years old, possibly even longer than his brother Shem. The Bible doesn't say how old Ham was exactly, but it's safe to assume that he was at least 600 years old. There is still uncertainty regarding the location of Ham's grave, because different theories and research point to different conclusions. Some suggest that his tomb might be in Nubia or Ethiopia, while others think it might be in Mesopotamia, the Sumerian homeland. The general consensus, however, is that Ham's tomb is in Africa, more precisely in Ethiopia or Sudan. There are even those who surmise that he could be interred in Egypt, a country renowned for its age-old mysteries and the continuous unearthing of millennial graves. More information about Ham's later years, the events involving Noah's family, and the ancestry of Ham, Shem, and Japheth can be found in the Book of Jubilees. This old Jewish text, which was regarded as canonical both before and during the life of Jesus, tells of Ham's resentment when his youngest son Canaan decided to settle in Shem's land, which is now Israel. The other son of Ham, Ken, was against Canaan's ambition to seize those lands for himself. The Book of Jubilees states that Canaan's choice to live in Shem's territory was opposed by Ham, Cush, Mizraim, and others who thought that the lands in Africa belonged to Ham's lineage. Canaan defied the wishes of his father and brother and stayed in the land in spite of their objections. According to the Book of Jubilees, Ham was the first person to build a city in a region following the deluge. He gave the location the name Niel-Tamauk in memory of his cherished spouse. It is crucial to approach these ancient texts mindful of their historical and cultural background. The Bible tells a complicated story with many facets, so it's important to avoid misinterpretations that support false beliefs or unfairly link curses to specific population demographics. We appreciate you watching, and we hope this discussion has helped you better comprehend the Bible. Please think about subscribing and clicking the notification icon to receive updates in the future. Watch this space for more episodes where we discuss important topics covered in the Bible.